Hey, what's up guys, the Strongboys19 here, and for this video I'm going to answer all of the questions that you guys have posting from my my new music Q&A series video, since I haven't answered them for a couple of months, so I do apologize. The thing is, I was busy with other videos and I had to revise from one of my exams. I've done one of my exams now, so I still have another exam to do, so but that's for the few upcoming weeks. So yeah, let's just get on with these questions. Have you ever played or considered playing a different stringed instrument like a cello or violin? I hear you can get quality violins that have great F holes. I really am not a fan of cello or violins, but you know, I love the sound of the instruments. But to my you know, interest in instrument wise, I'm not a particular fan of cello or violins. So yeah, the sound is just beautiful and all, but I prefer, you know, my personal favorite instruments, you know, electric guitar, acoustic guitar, bass guitar, and just, you know, drums basically. So yeah. Hey Greg, have you ever broken a G string while fingering a minor? I hear it happens a lot when playing Led Zeppelin songs. Not really. I never break any of my strings whilst playing guitar. But, you know, obviously when I play the strings, you know, extremely too hard, the strings will just snap. You know, I just hate that with the passion. You know, when the strings snap, they really make me jump. So, you know, I just take extra care of my guitar and just the whole strings. I use Ernie Ball guitar strings, by the way. Hey, what's your favourite Cradle of Filth album? And please wear your Never Too Old to Rock t-shirt. Well, I'm wearing it. So, I haven't worn this shirt for ages. The thing is, this shirt size is medium and I'm a large right now. Favourite Cradle of Filth album? Let's see. I haven't listened to all of Cradle's discography yet, but my favourite so far, I'd say, will have to be Nymphetamine, Midian, and I'd say Thornography. The Manticore and Other Horrors is a really good album, but I prefer, you know, the other albums I've mentioned. But don't worry, I will be listening to the whole discography from them in the future. What metal bands have you been getting into lately? I have to scroll up. Metal bands I got into recently: Wormed, Annihilator, Soilwork. Oh my god. What others? Let's see. There's just, you know, so many, dude. And, you know, Metal rules, but those are the only three bands that I can mention. So, yeah. Which are the worst albums from your favorite bands? Oh boy. Shut up, motorbike! You asshole! Trying to ruin my video! Sorry about that. Worst albums from your favorite bands. Korn's The Path of Totality. You know, I don't like dubstep. A lot of people hate Untitled, but for some reason I kind of like the album. So yeah. Others, you've got, you know, the obvious ones: Saint Anger from Metallica. Let's see. Storm 442 and Volume 8, The Threat Is Real from Anthrax. Born Again and Forbidden by Black Sabbath. I'd say Risk and The World Needs a Hero by Megadeth. No Prayer for the Dying by Iron Maiden. You know, there's so many, but at least I gave out some of the album names from those bands. So yeah, 6 questions from Papercut Park 101. The first question: who is your favorite band of all time? Well, Slipknot are my favorite band in metal in general because they got me into metal music, and I've been a fan of them, you know, for so many years. But there were so many great favorites of mine in the term musically, you know, like the Beatles, the Who, the Rolling Stones. And there were other metal bands as well, like Killswitch Engage, the old Metallica, Megadeth, Black Sabbath. There's just so many favorite, you know, bands of mine, mate. So there's more than 20. Gosh, I have a lot. Most overrated band of all time in your opinion? It'll have to be Guns N' Roses. Who were the first band you were ever a fan of, and do you still like them? Slipknot, and I, you know, still love them since 2006, so I've been a fan of them for the past 7 years. 7 years right now, or maybe 6.5. I think it's 6.5. Well, yeah. If you could only listen to 5 bands for the rest of your life, who would they be? Oh my god, mate. 5 bands. Okay. Slipknot, The Who, Woods of Ypres, The Beatles, and I'd say the Rolling Stones. There were so many, but those are the 5 that I can really think of. Favorite song of all time? There's just a lot of fantastic songs from lots of different bands, from metal and rock. You know, you got Master of Puppets, A Day in the Life. Let's see. The Trooper, Highway to Hell, Wish You Were Here, Holy Wars of Punishment Due, Baba O'Reilly, Won't Get Fooled Again. But favourite song of all time, I really couldn't answer you that, mate. There's so many fantastic songs of mine that are just, you know, big favourites. So there's more than 30, I believe. Are you more of a fan of old music from like the 70s or 90s, or are you more of a fan of modern music 2000 and after? Well, I prefer, you know, the old generations of music, from 50s rock and roll to death metal, you know, 50s music to, I'd say, music from the 2000s or the mid-90s, I should say. The music we have today are just complete pieces of shit of, you know, rap and pop and, you know, just the whole Gangnam Style and, you know, Rihanna, Lady Gaga and all this shit. But it's metal and rock all the way. So, yeah. Least favorite album of all time. There are 4 questions. Least favorite album of all time, I'd say the worst is obviously Lulu by Metallica and Lou Reed. Or, even though it's a Lou Reed album, but with Metallica. The worst album of all time. What were the last 3 albums you listened to? The last 3 albums I listened to are, let's see, Pink Floyd's Animals, John Lennon's Imagine, and which was the third one? Oh my god. The Wormed debut album, the first album from Wormed. So I couldn't speak there properly at that time, but fuck it. So yeah. Do you like Radiohead? I don't listen to Radiohead a lot, basically, so I couldn't say that I am, a fan of the band, but I've heard they're pretty good. Do you like Huey Lewis and the News? Their early work was a little too new wave for my taste. I don't listen to a lot of new wave stuff, and I never heard of Huey Lewis and the News, so yeah. Your favourite Finnish band? It'll have to be Korpiklani. There were others, you've got Ensiferum, Fintroll, oh my god. There were just, a couple of others, but Korpiklani, introduced me to, the Finnish metal atmosphere, folk metal and whatnot, so Korpiklani is my favourite Finnish band. Do you like Lady Gaga? Do you really have to bring her up? Really? Lady Gaga. Moving on. Who is better? Marilyn Manson. You mean Marilyn Manson? Or Rob Zombie? It'll have to be Marilyn Manson. I don't listen to a lot of Rob Zombie, but his earlier stuff was, I say, much better. Marilyn Manson, I really enjoyed his previous works from his previous albums, so it'll have to be Marilyn Manson. Do you like the band Kiss? I'd say they are not bad, but they're just not my type of band that I enjoy for the most part. Even though Crazy Crazy Nights is a tune. What do you think of Dean guitars? I love Dean guitars. Really cool design. Dean guitars are just the perfect ones that Dimebag had used. So I love Dimebag. So yeah, Dean guitars are great. Amongst others, Fender, PRS. Let's see. BC Rich, Jacksons, there's loads. What is your favourite instrumental song? That's the final question. Favourite instrumental song? Oh man. There was Orion from Master of Puppets, and what other ones? The Jester's Dance, the 2-minute instrumental from In Flames from the Jester Race album. What other ones are there? Oh my god. Let's see. I don't know, mate. So, I've ran out of other great examples, so there's just so many instrumental songs that I have to choose to say as my all-time favourite instrumental song. So yeah, alright guys, that's the whole video of me answering the questions from my music Q&A series video, and once again I apologise that I didn't do this a lot more earlier, a couple of months back, so at least this whole thing had to be done. So yeah, thanks for watching and keep it metal.